Ah, yes, paper and pen, my favorite way of explaining things to you. All right, here's the one thing about short rows. Basically, there are two uses. One is to actually change the direction of fabric that you're knitting, and the other is to just add extra fabric. So let's talk about both things. Change direction, real quick cover for that. If you have knit a sock and turned a heel, you have done a series of short rows. That's all that back and forth knitting you were doing. You didn't know it maybe, but you were making short rows, because think about it. If your sock is coming down this way, what happens? Let's say this is the back of your leg. By knitting short rows back and forth and back and forth and back and forth in a little bit of a triangle and then going back out, you have made essentially an hourglass shape. Okay, well, see, I can't even think about how to draw an hourglass. Now, if you were looking at the back of your leg and you wanted to fold this up to here so that you could go on down the front of your foot, not having extra fabric here is very helpful. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a weird pooch. That's why you use short rows to shape the heel. Now, some designers use short rows to change the direction of a scarf or to change the direction of something like a purse or something on a mitten. That's how you change direction with short rows. Now, the other thing, which is my absolute favorite, is adding extra fabric. And this is something you'll learn if you've been following any Elizabeth Zimmerman books or DVDs or Meg Swanson. Here's the thing. Let's say you have a sweater. Oh, I just love all this drawing I'm having to do all of a sudden. Let's hope this works right. Okay, now have you ever noticed store-bought sweaters? It's the same in the front and the back in terms of length, and yet I like to have a little bit more in my back. So what I do is, after I have knit the ribbing and about 2 inches of fabric, I try on my sweater, and if all's going well, I work one set of short rows in the back of my sweater. In other words, I do one set of turns, just like I did in my sample that I showed you. Okay, so then I work my way up to my neck, and when I get to my neck, I do another one, about 2 inches below when I'm going to cast off for the neck. And what that does is it adds a nice little rounded extra bit of back to my sweater. Love that. Love, love, love it. So anyway, that's why you want to be able to make short rows well. And now you'll probably recognize when instructions are telling you to do them.